Hello, Instagram. Hello, LinkedIn. I think I'm now live, and hopefully this time the audio is working. I had a major tech malfunction last time, but let's hope that that's different. So welcome, and thank you for joining me here today. This is going to be a training on the what and how of working on your business. And I'm just going to make sure that people are here and people can hear me. So while I do that, please feel free to drop a message in the chat, and I should be able to see the comments coming up, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Well, while I'm taking a couple of moments to make sure that this is working and that the sound is working, please say hi in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know where you are. Hi, Nikki. Thank you. I'm live on Instagram and I'm live on LinkedIn as well. So managing double tech stacks here. Let's see how I do. Let's see how I do. Okay. Let's get into it. I've got a quick question. If you're here with me, I've got a quick question for you. Who here has heard the advice that you need to work on your business? If you've heard that advice, please drop me a yes or an eye roll emoji in the comments, because I would love to just get an idea of who's heard that advice. Hi, Jill. Hi, Nikki. It's good to see you guys. So can everyone hear me? Can someone just let me know, yes, you can hear my audio? I'm a bit paranoid after last time. So let me know if the advice of working on your business is something that rings a bell, because if it does, then you are totally in the right place today. If you've ever scratched your head, and if you are here, then you are, and when I'm eye roll emoji, yes, you feel my energy. Hi, Michaela. Oh, it's so great to have you guys here and not just be talking to myself. Okay, so if you are here, then you are a business owner who knows that you are meant for more. You are ready to unlock your next level of success or your next level of growth. And maybe you are ready to ditch what I call reactive business operator mode. You're done riding the boom and bust roller coaster, and whatever made you say yes to this mini training and showing up for you and your business, I salute you and welcome. You've given me your very precious time, so I'm going to make sure that I give you as much value as I possibly can. And at the end of this, if you've not had any value from sitting in on this training, I want you to call me out on that, because I will give you a complimentary strategy session if I've not delivered value. So hold my feet to the fire on that one. But for now, let's get started. Of course. Okay. First of all, I want to share a very brief story and tell you why I use the eye roll emoji when I hear this dished out, regurgitated advice to work on your business. In all of my years of trial and error, feeling completely in the dark, completely alone at times, I got a bit lost. And some of you may know my story of how I reached my breaking point in business and lost my eyesight from stress-induced inflammation in my brain. But at that point of realizing that things needed to change before the business changed me for good, I went on a journey to fanatically educate myself about business. And I'll tell you more about that later. But the thing that has stuck, the thing that really hit home for me, the thing that peeved me off, was when I hired a one-on-one business coach. And this coach was maybe back in 2010 or 2011, somewhere around there. And he said to me, Sian, you need to work on the business, not in it. And I would say, okay, what should I do when I work on the business? And he could never tell me. And so what I did figure out in cracking this enigma of working on the business, you're going to learn today in this training, But the coach then lets slip that their franchise trains their coaches to keep their clients consciously incompetent so that they keep paying for coaching. Of course, at that point, I felt like a meal ticket and I flipped the boardroom table. It was an IKEA crappy table, so it's not that dramatic. But as I kicked this coach out of my office, I looked at the back of his head and I swore that one day I'd become a business coach and I'll do it properly. And the funny thing is that I had completely forgotten about that story until recently. I remembered it in December, and here I am. I've come full circle, and now I'm a business coach, the very thing that I despised because of that bad experience. But anyway, this is not about me. This is about you guys today. And part of what I'm going to share is, as usual, going to be annoyingly simple, but it's not full of fluff. And I just want to show you a new perspective. I want to help you transform your agency, your service business or consultancy, and you will, should you choose to take action. So whether you ever work with me or you don't, quite frankly, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you've shown up here today and you're helping me to live out my mission to help business owners. So thank you. So let's get into it. Why are we here? What I'm going to share in this mini training is going to help you to move forward faster. That is my guarantee. There are 7 pillars to master to truly create a business that loves you back. And it's not easy, but I'm going to show you one way that will make the ride less bumpy or make it feel less like pushing a walrus up a hill, as I usually say. So there's 3 key things that you're going to walk away with from this training, and you're going to understand the pillars that you need to work on to unleash business mastery. You're going to understand the 2 contingent pillars that you must crack first and what it takes to do that with more ease. And then I'm going to show you the very simple system to work on your business. Is that good with everyone? Is everyone on board with that? Drop me some holla fire in the chat. Now, often I see and hear business owners tell me, Sean, I don't have time to work on the business. I don't have time to work on the goals. And I want you to really lean in here, because what they're actually saying is that they've made a choice. These other things that are keeping them busy, being in the weeds, the firefighting, the day-to-day things, these are more important than the business goals. These are more important than working on the business. And that choice is very dangerous. What you're telling the bouncer in your brain is that working on the business and working on your goals aren't as important as that little stuff. And therefore, you will literally attract more of the busy work that keeps you spinning your wheels, that keeps you stuck from reaching your next level of success. So I want you to make a decision with me today. Put your phone on silent, close all those browser tabs, shut down your emails, and give me 30 to 40 minutes to show up and be really present. Hi, Vinay. It's good to see you. Let's shine a light on the why, the what to do, and how to work on your business. Plus, if you're here at the end, I'm going to share some really great resources with you, including this ultimate guide to marketing momentum, which is going to help you to create a blueprint for creating permanently profitable marketing. This guide is a game changer. I have to say that. I had somebody tell me that I should be charging for this, but the idea is that it's going to flip your perception of marketing upside down and show you the exact steps to create a path to profitable marketing. And I will share a link so that you can download this, but also if you want to just send me a DM or write momentum in the comments, and then I'll make sure that I DM that to you afterwards. So just write momentum in the comments and I'll send that to you afterwards. Okay. Now, if there's a few of you I haven't met before, I just want to quickly say, hey, I'm Sean. I'm a recovering agency owner turned business strategist and coach. What's more interesting than the fancy logos or the letters after my name is that I'm never more fulfilled when I work with clients and we look at their good, better, and best goals, and they say to me, that feels so doable. I can actually do this. And that's what I like to do. I love to take your vision and help you take that 30,000-foot view and turn it into a strategy, and then into a plan, and then into a roadmap, and get traction to make that happen. Now, who am I to claim those skills? Well, on average, my clients grow their businesses by at least 72% within 9 months. And I've helped to create $11 million of growth for my clients in the last 2 years. But I'm on a mission to help as many business owners as possible to put down the Pepto-Bismol, get rid of that heartburn, and avoid entrepreneurial poverty altogether. So enough waffle, but I just want to say hello for anyone who I've not met before. So let's get on with how to work on your business. So before we get into the actual pillars, a very quick history lesson. I love history. My dad and I love history. So this is the Pantheon in Rome. It's the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. For those on Instagram Live, you can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at a picture of the Pantheon in Rome. It's weathered floods, wars, earthquakes, and centuries of tourists. The 5,000 tons of concrete that they used to make the dome is impressive, but at one point the dome was actually covered in bronze. They took that away to make cannons. But what's striking are the 16 columns supporting the portico made of red and grey solid granite, 40 feet tall. It's an architectural and artistic marvel. And these pillars are the inspiration for creating this system of working on your business and building a pantheon. Your business may never have to endure a real earthquake, and I hope it doesn't, because I can confirm after being in Morocco for the earthquake, it's terrifying. But your figurative earthquakes, your figurative floods, figurative droughts that may come your way, because in business, the only certainty is uncertainty. But when that happens, I want you to have a business pantheon of its own. So that's what I'm going to be talking about first. And it's the foundational framework to working on your business. So I'd love you to make notes and really make this actionable. Now, there are 7 core pillars, not 16 like the Pantheon. There are 7 core pillars of any business. And depending on what stage of business you're in, you'll have more or less focus on the different areas. You'll have greater or lesser focus, and some of those will have greater or lesser impact on where you are. But that's why I call these pillars, and sometimes I call them impact areas. I use those terms interchangeably, just in case. Now, of course, you need to work on each one of the pillars or impact areas. These are the pillars that hold up your business. They are the foundation, the platform from which you can grow and then scale your business. So we want them to be strong and stable like that Pantheon. Now, what are the 7 pillars? In my growth code program, in my coaching container, I typically ask my clients to do a little exercise where they come up with what they think their impact areas are before I actually share the framework. And let me tell you very quickly why. After flipping that boardroom table with that business coach, I decided to take this into my own hands. And I sat down one day, I really looked at my business, and I decided to think about if it had departments. Because let's be honest, we're sometimes single business owners, we're running the business, we're wearing all the hats. And I sat down to think about what would those departments be? And what would those departments have to focus on? What attention would they need? And that's how I eventually started to figure this out. And over 2 decades of what I've learned, spending thousands on the likes of getting coached by Tony Robbins and some of the great names in the business, I've now refined it. And I've made this relevant to small service-based businesses, consultants, coaches. But I want you guys to make this relevant to you. So take a couple seconds and write down what you think the pillars are and put it in the chat if you want to share. But I really want you to think about what the pillars are to you. Now I'm going to share the framework, but I want you to make it your own. So notebooks, pen and paper. Let's go. I'm going to go fast. I'm going to whiz through the first five, actually the last five pillars. There are seven, but I want to spend a little bit more time on the first two with you because those are the ones that are contingent. So let's have a look. This is where we get into it. So first of all, the business model. The business model. Now we're talking about how you go about making money from the things that you sell. Operations, how you deliver it from the back office. Processes for delivering consistently and efficiently. What resources do you need to have all of those things to deliver? Your pricing model. So there's a whole lot that goes into the business model. I could do a talk on that topic just by itself, by the way. Then we've got world-class client delivery. I think it says what it does on the tin, but are you delivering wow to your clients, from onboarding them all the way through to their client experience, to creating opportunities for feedback loops and how you service and care for your clients after the sale? How do you maximize lifetime value? Then we have one of my favorites, systems that scale. You know me, I love systems because I really believe that systems run the business and people run the systems. This is where your proven process can be turned into a system. We can automate parts of systems or whole parts of systems. You can even productize your business somewhat to make it more efficient. Systems are exciting to me because this is where the business owner stops being the bottleneck in the business. Then we've got the financial health and legal health of the business. That's a really important pillar. You have to have a cash flow system so that you can enjoy the profit that you're making. You have to have a system so that you can get paid regularly, even if things might be up and down in the business. The legal stuff is really important. Everything from terms and conditions to contracts to protecting your proven process and trademarking your assets. And finally, last, but by absolute no means least, you and your mindset. You and your mindset. Yes, that is a pillar in your business because personal development is something that I value greatly. And there is no bigger teacher of personal development than running a business. Developing yourself, designing your life, making sure that the business model supports the life that you want. That should not be omitted from your business plans. So I've talked at a very high level through the 5 pillars. So far, is everyone feeling that? Do you feel like any one or more of these maybe need a little bit more attention in your business right now? Go ahead, write it in the comments. Tell me where you think you need support. Okay, the 2 pillars that are contingent. As I've said, we need to work on all of them, but these two, the 2 contingent pillars that you must crack first: messaging and marketing mastery, selling and sales systems. Now, you probably feel like there's a but coming. I actually have 3 buts coming. So this is where I really want you to lean in and I really want you to think about this. As a business owner, no matter what business you are in, no matter what business you're in, the money and the profit you make are not in the thing that you do. Whether you're selling websites, a subscription business, a PT business, coaching, consult, whatever it is that you do, the money is not in the thing that you do. The money is in the sales and marketing of the thing that you do. So I'm going to get you to work on these a little bit more. But first, once you crack sales and marketing, once you crack these pillars in your business, there is no business problem that you can't solve. There is no other pillar that you can't build. And as the business owner, the buck stops with you when it comes to sales and marketing. You have to have an understanding of what sells, of what works. And I'm not going to ask you to become an expert in Facebook ads or LinkedIn lead gen or dancing on TikTok. No, but what I'm saying is that you need to understand what works and how to amplify it before you can delegate, outsource, or hire someone to do it for you. And those have been some of my most costly mistakes in my businesses. So like I said, as the business owner, you got to know what works. You got to know what to do, what works, how to sell before you can do anything to hire that. Because when you nail your marketing and then you have a roadmap to scale it, and you do that before you delegate and outsource and hire. I've spent £8,000 on a telesales campaign once with $0 back. I hired a sales director. She cost me over 60K. And it turns out she didn't even have a clue how to market and sell my business. I hired a lead generation team. And after they strung me along for 6 months, 10K later, I made zero from them. I have made and lost the biggest amount of money in these two pillars. So I'm extremely passionate here about getting this lesson across. There is no business development manager. There is no agency. There is no unicorn who will come along and be a silver bullet. You have to know what works yourself. I can't even express how important that is. Let's talk a little bit about what goes into those in a bit more detail. But there's a lot. I mean, to build these two pillars so that they're unshakable, there's a hell of a lot that goes into them. You know, your messaging, your marketing needs a pantheon of its own, so that if one lead source becomes collateral damage to the algorithm, or your LinkedIn reach falls through the basement, you've got other pillars that are going to be holding up your lead generation. You've got other pillars that are going to be holding up the sales in the business. And like I said, I'm going to share that guide with you. If you've commented momentum in the comments, I'm going to share that guide with you so that you can dive deeper into the marketing pillar, of course. And I want you to really go into it because it's contingent. That means you have to solve these two pillars before you can really figure out everything else. So let's get to the good stuff. Now that you know what the 7 pillars are, I promised to give you a simple system to work on your business in 2024 and beyond. You're going to need your pen and paper. Yeah, Michaela, no dancing on TikTok. I actually, I really don't enjoy being on social media, and I don't enjoy posting every day and, going live on Instagram here for the first time. It's a bit foreign to me, but I've got about 21 other strategies that you can use to grow your business without dancing on TikTok. So yeah, totally with you on that. Now you're going to need your pen and paper out for this one again. So please lean in. It's really simple, but I'm going to ask you to decide to take action. So if you're ready, give me a little color fire in the chat. I don't know if you can tell, I've been doing way too much Peloton. On a sheet of paper, I want you to do this. I want you to draw 7 columns on the sheet of paper. These are your pillars. These are your impact areas. So 7 columns on a sheet of paper. Write that down. Draw that out. Now, the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to set a timer for 60 seconds for each one. And I want you to write down the top 3 to 5 challenges under each column. If you need me to bring up the slide with the columns again, just let me know and I can bring that up so you can take a screenshot or whatever. But I want you to think right now, the top 3 to 5 challenges, issues, obstacles, just niggles under each column. I want you to write that down. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to schedule a weekly impact meeting with yourself. I suggest 60 to 90 minutes because this is, we got to start and build the habit. We got to start and build the process into the business. So start with 60 to 90 minutes. And this meeting is going to be non-negotiable. Yeah, Nikki, I'll go back to the, I'll go back to those pillars so you can write them down. Yeah, so we're going to spend a bit of time, 7 pillars, top 3 to 5 challenges that you have under each one. Now this is going to become your agenda. You're going to create a weekly impact meeting with yourself. 60 to 90 minutes. And in that meeting, you're going to take the first pillar and you're going to do 1, 2, or 3 little things towards making improvements in that. Then next week, you're going to take the second pillar and you're going to do 1, 2, 3 things towards that pillar. And the week after that, you're going to go to the next one and you get the idea. Now, what happens in this process? Please, you're going to have to trust the process somewhat, because what's going to happen is that as you start clearing your obstacles and challenges and barriers, and as you start working through them, you will find more freedom and more spaciousness in your business. This is like the 8th wonder of the world. No, the 8th wonder of the world is compound interest. This is like the 9th wonder of the world. Something happens during this process. As you start to improve things, as you start to get momentum, you'll start to notice that you actually have more and more time to work on these things. So we can all find 60 minutes, right? We can all decide to find 90 minutes per week. That maybe means one day you get up a little bit earlier. You might sacrifice that new season of Slow Horses on Apple TV. You might ditch scrolling on your phone mindlessly. Actually, I've done that. I have stopped scrolling on my phone and no scrolling before lunchtime. And it's made a tremendous change to my life this year already. So now that you know the process, who is with me? Who is going to commit to this practice? I promise you that something mysterious and wonderful will happen. And as you do this consistently, you will not only have clocked up 72 hours of working on your business in 2024, but you will find that you have more and more and more free time. I teach this to all of this exact framework. I teach to my clients inside my Growth Code program, and they all say that this is the game changer. It has a huge impact. In fact, some of my clients come and tell me, I had my impact meeting and I did this, and it's created this innovation. I have a client this week. They said to me, Sean, we had our impact meeting on the services we're offering, and we found an £85,000 revenue stream, and we're going to do this, this, and this, and make £85,000 from this. So I want you guys to do this, and it's really powerful. Give it a few weeks, report back to me, and I really want to hear what's happened and what you've been doing. Oh yeah, sure, Nikki. Let me go back to the slides. So the slides are messaging and marketing mastery, sales and selling systems, the business model, world-class client delivery, systems that scale, financial health and legal, and you and your mindset. So you can take a screenshot and let me know. I can always DM you the slide. Just let me know if you need that. So let's all do that. Let's find 60 to 90 minutes a week. We can all do that to start working on the business. Okay, so what is next? What is next? Well, you have a choice. So before we close out, I hope it's okay that I take a few minutes to share this with you, because you know what? I've learned in my business that hope and wishing is not a strategy. We have to take action, and you've got 3 choices of action next. Number 1, please leave this training and do one thing. Schedule your impact meeting. Just do one thing, or even better yet, sit down and do that exercise with the pillars. I'm a really big believer in setting intention, and we do this through our actions. It will show the universe and show the bouncer in your brain that you're serious about this, that it's important to you, and things will start to conspire for you to achieve everything that you want. So please do the things. Number 2, you can DIY your way to more growth, more predictable and reliable results. And since you're here and you're still on this training, I have got no doubt that you're going to do that, because you've shown up. You've shown up for you and your business. But to help you, I've got some done for you resources and templates, tools, strategies, and you can go to learnwithshawn.co.uk and you can grab whatever you want and you can DIY everything. I've even got the Clients Like Clockwork program on there as a self-study thing, and loads of other bits and pieces. So you can even book a power hour with me if you want to go through a specific challenge on one of your impact areas. If you just need an hour just to go through, one of those issues, one of those pillars that's really giving you heartburn or keeping you up at night, then jump on over there. And then number 3, I have talked a lot about the 7 pillars, but the first 2 that are contingent, the marketing mastery and sales systems. And I really believe that if you crack those 2 pillars, then there is no business problem that you can't solve. There is no business goal that you can't achieve. So join me, and together, let's nail your marketing and scale it. And this is how we do that. In 12 very short weeks, let me walk you through nailing your marketing and building out the roadmap to scale your marketing. You never have to worry about the algorithm or where your next client is coming from, because this is a strategy and a framework that is as easy as drag and drop. And I'll be giving you all of the tools and the templates, and this is going to deliver in your business year after year. So let me share the details of the program. If you want to drop me a DM and just or comment, nail it, and I will send you the details to the page, or you can go to workwithshawn.co.uk/nail it waitlist, and you can go and check it out. And then book a 20-minute call, and we can look at your current sales and marketing headache. I'll provide you with a solution because I'm all about value. And then together we can see if nail it and scale it is really the next best step for you. So this is kicking off in February, and I am looking for 16 business owners who want to join me to create unstoppable marketing momentum. I'm so excited about this. I've been pouring my heart and soul into this since the summertime. But thank you guys again for being here. Congratulations for showing up for yourself and your business. And if you've got any questions, please, my DMs are completely open, and I'm more than happy to share any more tips and resources and things like that. I'm absolutely available to you. So there we have it. 32 minutes. Thank you for everyone who joined me on LinkedIn. Thank you everyone who joined on Instagram. And I hope to speak with you guys very soon. And if you need those slides, by the way, just drop me a DM and I'll happily send you the column slides as well. Thank you guys. Bye.